Sometimes you'll want to modify the layout of a particular sheet. A good way to do that is to start by copying one that looks very similar to what you want. In this case we're going to make a copy of the summary sheet. So I've just made some clear space here where I can right click and I'll just copy sheet. It's created a new sheet, copy of summary it's called. We can move that around, the sheet tab, so we'll move that forward. And what we can do is that we can actually now right click and say my new summary. We see that this blue bar happens to be on top of these other objects, so we just right click and do the order and send backwards. Now what we can do is we can move items around like we require. So if we don't particularly want this one here, we can delete that. We may want to bring the companies around there, and what we can do is just move them around as we like. Let's say we wanted to bring something else in. We'll delete those. We can go to another sheet and we can hold the control key down, and that's going to copy it over to this particular sheet. If we wanted to, the other thing we can do is we can hold control and shift down. Control shift down, and what that's doing there is it's now bringing over, you see that's a little chain, it's brought over what's called a link. It's brought these two objects that I had selected over. Now if I make changes to this object from where I brought it, we can then update the linked object. We can adjust the position of linked objects, and then they've gone right back to where they were originally. You've got to be careful, because if you then start deleting this object, like most IT geeks, I don't read these error messages. You need to, because if you actually click yes on that, you'll delete the parent object. So if we do click yes and we go back, that's gone. Control Z fixes that, but we may want to delete that one again, so we remove, and this time we say no.